Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a very smoky British Columbia. The wildfires, as you may have heard on the news, are in full swing, and even though we got a little bit of rain yesterday, it is still incredibly smoky. I should be able to see mountains in the background here, and I see absolutely nothing. But in the meanwhile, I wanted to keep you guys appraised of the garden and tell you about some computer bugs I've been having lately. So as you can see, I have now filled up these garden beds with soil. It was a little bit of a process because you can't really fit a cat machine in my backyard. So I actually had to have a big old pile of dirt in front of my driveway and wheelbarrow it back here. And basically, after a number of days, I had moved a little bit over 12 cubic yards into these garden beds. And then because this is Canada, we sort of planted them as quickly as possible. And yeah, that's how much soil it took to fill these up, even though we did fill up the bottoms with some branches that we cut off of a tree here and a tree in the front yard. And yeah, so we planted them. So kind of let's go through what we got here. We got some cucumbers going, and me and the wife built this trellis. This is cotton wire, and that way you can just cut it all off when you're ready at the end of the season and throw it into the compost because cotton is compostable. And over here we have some snap peas. These are going to initially grow into sort of a chicken wire type mesh, and then they'll hit the cotton. We're just trying something out here. And then we have our tomatoes. These are the tomatoes that were kind of moved all over the place. They're giving off flowers again. We'll see if they actually give off any tomatoes, hopefully, but we're trying. This garden bed is empty, and this one has some lettuce that's already popping. There's some, I believe, onions in this area. And then over here, there's like an empty space in this area. And over here we have carrots. This whole area is carrots. And we're definitely going to have to top off the dirt in these beds because they are already sinking. But we wanted to try and at least get something planted this season and top them off later. And this is going to be the strawberry bed. Nothing going on in here lately, though I did put on that poly that I told you guys I was going to use to prevent zinc from getting towards the roots of the strawberries. There's some of those strawberries. They'll be planted in here right away. And yeah, that's kind of where we stand. We've filled up the beds. We've planted some of them. Got a compost in here. We're making progress. Let me turn the camera around. Oh, there we go. Hello. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is the other day I found a virus on my computer. Now that's not something that happens to me a whole lot. I mean, I've been downloading pirated content and emulators and ROMs since I was a teenager kind of thing. And obviously I also get a lot of phishing emails, so I don't get caught on viruses very often, but the last couple months I noticed that my desktop PC wasn't quite running the way it should be. Like, it wasn't that it was crashing a whole lot, but it was slow to start up, slow to open things. I just felt it wasn't working right. So normally I run without an antivirus at all or any kind of malware tool, and I just kind of download them as I need them. So I go and I grab Malwarebytes, which is a piece of software that's been out forever. They're not a sponsor of the episode or anything, but I'll link to them in the description because I've used them a few times over the years. And I download it, I run a scan, and it turned out I had a Trojan-style virus that was remote Bitcoin mining using my computer for somebody else. So that's a type of virus you can get, apparently, where somebody is actually using your PC to mine Bitcoin using your processing power and has it sort of doing that remotely. So I was pretty surprised getting caught on a virus like that. I don't know where and when I picked it up, but yeah, I had that, didn't even know it. So if you're kind of big into the crypto field, I suspect it must have been a crypto related website where I picked it up, potentially. May want to check your computer, especially if it hasn't been running right lately. So just a thought on that. Otherwise, yeah, life's been pretty peaceful, just constantly dealing with the smoke, and so it's been kind of lame. Had some friends come into town, wanted to take them to our beautiful beach and show them the normally fantastic view from it, but right now it's just lake surrounded by grayness. But yeah, otherwise, I haven't been watching the Olympics either, so I have no thoughts on that. I haven't actually watched the Olympics really since I was about 12 years old. And that kind of comes down to the fact that I think it's bit of a corrupt entity all around. I don't particularly want to support them. They kind of come off like FIFA does to me. Like, I figure if the Olympics were an even remotely honest enterprise, at the very least, they'd always take place in the same city or one of the same few cities, so they don't keep recruiting these random cities to build all of these stadiums they don't need. But yeah, that's why I haven't been watching the Olympics this cycle or really any prior one. So, yeah, nothing else is new. I'll catch up with you guys soon, keep you updated on that. And if you're new here, subscribe, hit that like button. We'll see you all next time.